And I'm gonna talk a little bit about uh, how to learn what confidence intervals are. So they are not actually a complicated topic, but the thing with them is, and why I think many people struggle with understanding confidence intervals, is that there is no clear path on how to study it because uh, it's not something that you can learn without knowing certain dependent knowledge from other fields of or topics in statistics. So what I find that before actually diving deep into the confidence intervals, if you want to kind of get a more you know understanding overview, you definitely need to understand, at the very least, what a normal distribution is, how set score and set value work, and how standard normal distributions work and how they are related to the normal distribution. Naturally, with this, you have to also understand what the standard deviation is, and then you can continue on understanding what the central limit theorem really wants to tell you, and how this can be used together with the topics on 24 to kind of derive the understanding of confidence intervals. So I've linked this page as well into a YouTube video, but let's now continue on and find a bit of an explanation of the confidence intervals. So here the eighth link is kind of the derivation of confidence intervals. So as I said, you kind of need to understand a bit of the preliminaries to really be able to understand confidence intervals. But let's go through it. So basically, what we can say, and I have written it in here as well, with a confidence interval, what it is first, we have a kind of a lower bound L and an upper bound U, and we claim that we are X% sure that the global estimate lies in this bound. So let's do a very quick example here. So basically, what we are trying to say now is that when we are taking samples of post-point estimate in the data, then basically those samples are gonna be centered around some mean of those samples, basically. So let's say we have a mean of those samples somewhere over here, and when we are going to take these samples, they are kind of forming something called the normal distribution, and all the observations you will see in your sample are gonna be very much centered around this mean. The further you get, the less kind of likely it is to get an observation. So basically, with the confidence intervals, we are just saying that there is a lower bound of some value and an upper bound of some value that we can be X% sure that will that the global estimate of those samples will actually lie inside these bounds, basically. So for example, let's say there is the mean that we want to estimate, let's say the average height of Estonians. And what we are trying to do in this case then is basically say that let's take we take a sample size of like 130 people. Draw a little small figure here, and what now let's say we get that the average height of those people is, let's say, 176 centimeters, right? And now what we are kind of trying to give is kind of how because this is a point estimate, this is just one figure, and we would like to, because this is not taken from all Estonians, we want to kind of give information on like how confident we are on this, and this is kind of where we come into place and put like a lower bound, oh, we can be, let's say, for if we want to be like, let's say we want to be 95% sure that Estonian height is plus or minus 5 centimeters to this point estimate of 176 centimeters, right? So basically this is, what the confidence interval will actually kind of give you. So it will give you, quite a good, understanding of, if you have a certain point estimate, how actually probable this point estimate is going to be true, that the global variable will lie on this. And the derivation on how this works is a bit more complicated, but it's more complicated because there is just, more things that you need to do to derive it. And I'm going to speak a little bit about this in the next video. Thank you.